Hey guys, it's MGS Warrior, back to give you another part of my Pokemon Liquid Crystal version playthrough. So I just got inside the Silph Company where Team Saturn is running rampant, and I was about to take my first teleporter, and let's see where it leads. Oh, as soon as I land, I get confronted by a Team Saturn Grunt. It's off limits here. Go home. I'm just getting started. There's no way I'm leaving. Okay, let me see what you got, Saturn Grunt. I send out Ben Yu-Gi-Oh! And I will start off with a hypnosis, and it doesn't even connect. And because of that, I get paralyzed by Stun Spore. Not a good way to start. Let me see if I have full heal, and I have a bunch of them. I might as well use them. So Weeping Bell goes for a Razor Leaf. It's not very effective on Ben Yu-Gi-Oh, but he does get a crit, which is a little annoying. I'm gonna try another Hypnosis so that I could go for a super effective Dream Eater. And at the same time I could get some valuable hit points back. Alright, Ben Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to drain Weeping Bell of its strength. And awesome, that was a one-hit KO, and I got all my HP back. Now the Grunt is about to use his Victory Bell. So I will switch. I will use the Fury, who is low on HP right now. But I'm sure the Fury has enough in the tank to get rid of this Victory Bell. Use Overheat, and that'll definitely be a one-hit KO. Stabbing super effective, considering Overheat is a very powerful move. Victory Bell goes down. And the Fury grows to level 54, which is great. And the Grunt has been defeated. You're too kind to say I am good, so don't mess with me. Okay, so now I need to heal the Fury, so I can deliver more Fury on his foes. And I forgot Fighter was still paralyzed. I think I left him that way because of Guts. I'm going to use Fighter next in the front of my party. And let's take a look around. What's this guy doing? You must be hiding. Ah! Oh, you're not one of those guys. Thank goodness. Nope. Do I even look like a Saturn Grunt? I don't have any red hair. I'm just a cleaner here, and those guys just stormed in here. Luckily, they don't know I'm here. Well, good, so stay safe. Before I take any more portals, I want to take a look around my surroundings first. And what do you know, another Saturn Grunt. Do you really think a skinny kid like you could possibly beat me? Then you have another thing coming. I'll show you, Mr. Grunt. I'll show you what this skinny kid could do. So Fighter, I'm going to use his most powerful attack, which is Mega Horn. Thank goodness Fury Swipes missed. And at Mega Horn, it should be a one-hit KO because of the Guts boost. And that was definitely overkill. And here comes a Jolteon. I want to switch because I don't want Fighter to take any powerful electric attacks. I'll just use Meganium, which is a pretty good counter to electric types. And I will go for a Sleep Powder. But Jolteon paralyzes Meganium with a Thunder Wave, and I can't even move this turn. And that sucks. I'm gonna have to use my full heal. And this time Jolteon goes for Agility, which was unnecessary because it's already super fast. So now Jolteon hits me with a Thunder attack. And I'm sure Meganium could take that well, and it does. And this time my sleep powder goes through. It makes Jolteon go fast asleep. So now it won't bother me for the time being. Let me see. I will go for a Razor Leaf. Come on, critical hit. Nope, no crit. So I'm thinking it'll be a 3-hit KO without any crits. A 2-hit KO if I do have a crit. So let's see about this Razor Leaf. Nope. It'll take a 3rd Razor Leaf to KO this Jolteon. But unfortunately Jolteon woke up and it missed Thunder. And Meganium gets to finish off Jolteon with a 3rd Razor Leaf. And Meganium grows to level 53, which is nice, because it was the lowest level Pokemon on my team until now. So here comes a Crawdon, so I might as well stay in since Crawdon is part water and is weak to grass. And they are the same level. So Meganium surprisingly outspeeds Crawdon. Meganium doesn't outspeed much in this game, but Crawdon is super slow. The Crawdon goes down to a crit Razor Leaf. And that's the game. Damn, I got owned by a kid. And that's something you'll have to live with for the rest of your life. Okay, moving on. I will use my Meganium again in the next battle. So it looks like I could either take the stairs or take the portal on the other side of this hallway. So I'm just gonna take the stairs down first. And I got an item, another full heal. So that's fine by me. Looks like there's 3 portals to choose from down here. Now I don't want to take any of those yet. I want to take the one that's on this floor first. So since I came from that one, I will go to the portal that's right by this fat guy. So I heard that this maze is really evil because it doesn't even really link up most of the time. So it's most likely you'll get lost in here. So you have to pay close attention to where I'm going, and I'm sure you'll find your way. So in any event, I picked up TM41, which is Thunder Punch. And I believe the Fury already learned Thunder Punch, so I don't really need it. The only other Pokemon that could learn it has been Yu-Gi-Oh, but it already had Thunder Punch before, and I got rid of it. So Dragon Breath, nobody could learn. And I don't want Meganium to have Solar Beam. I might teach it later. The thing about Solar Beam I don't like is that you have to charge for 1 turn before you use it. So I'm going to go back and take the stairs down again and decide on a portal. I'll choose the middle one. And that leads me to this spinning arrow floor tiles. And I'll talk to the scientist first. Ha, fooled you, didn't I? You thought I was a Silph employee. I'm not really sure if you had me fooled. I had a feeling you were working with them. Scientist Rob wants to battle. He sends out his Magneton. I go out into Meganium. And this is not a favorable matchup really, even though Meganium resists electric. Meganium's grass type moves won't be doing very effective damage to a steel type like Magneton. So I will switch to fighter. Magneton goes for a spark, and that should sting a little. I will just go for a brick break. Magneton went for Screech to lower fighter's defense, which is a smart play because Spark is a physical move and it will do even more damage after a Screech, but it won't get that chance now that it's KO'd. So here comes another Magneton. I will keep using my fighter to smack bricks on Magneton's faces. So it went for a lock-on. I don't know if it has that cannon, but I will never know now that it's KO'd. And here comes a Wheezing, and that's something fighter can't really do much damage to because it's a poison type. So I will switch to Snappy, who is a psychic type and super effective against Wheezing. And I will go for a Psybeam. I can't wait until Snappy learns Psychic. And that's almost a one-hit KO. Smoke Screen is going to lower Snappy's accuracy. Hopefully I'll still be able to get an attack off. But I think he's gonna heal, so I'll just use Psybeam. I won't go for another move. So here comes the next Psybeam, and it's gonna rock Wheezing's world. And I got a critical hit. That was very convenient. So down goes Wheezing. And here comes a Hariyama, so I might as well stay in since it's a fighting type. And a Psybeam will do a lot of damage to it. So Hariyama is going to be hopefully 2-hit KO'd to a Psybeam, but it goes for a belly drum. And that's going to maximize its attack, but it costed most of its hit points. Hariyama's going to endure, which means it's going to survive this Psybeam, but I miss because of Wheezing's Psybeam. Wheezing's Psybeam, because of Wheezing's Smoke Screen. So I tried to endure again, but failed because the more times you use endure, the more chances it has of failing. So Hariyama goes down to a crunch. Snappy grows to level 56, and that is excellent. So I've defeated Scientist Rob. Wow, that's not fair. Well, what's new? Life isn't fair. Okay, so I'm going to switch Pokemon. I'll use Ben Yu-Gi-Oh next. I don't want to go on that tile yet because I don't know where it leads. But it looks like that's the only place I can go. Unless I step on this tile, hopefully it leads me to the same place. Oh, it leads me to a different place. See, that's the confusing part about this Silph Company maze. You'll never know where you'll end up after you take a portal. So I'll just battle this scientist if he wants to battle. Yep, he does. I used to be in the army with Lieutenant Surge. That's a little interesting story. Scientist Trevor wants to battle. He has Voltorb, so as he spoke about, since he used to be in the army with Lieutenant Surge, his Pokemon all must be of the electric type. So I'll go for Shadow Ball on this Voltorb. And Voltorb will barely survive that with, I think, 1 HP, which was a lucky break for it. And now with a light screen up, Shadow Ball won't be doing much damage. It'll do half as much damage as it did before. So I'm gonna have to switch and use physical attacks. So I will switch to Meganium. Voltorb went for Mirror Coat, expecting another Shadow Ball. Good thing I switched, or else Mirror Coat would have done a lot of damage. It doubles the damage taken. And Voltorb just decides to kamikaze and explode, it feigning itself and dealing minuscule damage to Meganium, who's physically bulky, could take explosions any day of the week. Here comes Magneton. I'm going to switch to the Fury. It's time to do some burninating. So I will go for an Overheat. This is a surefire one-hit KO on Magneton. Maybe not. This Magneton is tough. So it went for a Screech sharply lowering the defense stat of Fury. Oh, that's right, because of light screen, that's what saved Magneton. So I'll just go for a physical flame wheel to finish off Magneton. So the Fury gained a whole bunch of experience there. Here comes Electrode. I will switch to Snappy. Snappy has Earthquake. Okay, it's time to go for the Earthquake. Electrode is wasting its turn using Light Screen because Earthquake is a physical move. Light Screen won't save it from taking Earthquake damage, and that did quite a lot. So Electrode went for Swift. I stuck with Earthquake just in case he decided to use a Hyper Potion, but he didn't. He's just gonna let his Electrode die. Fine by me. Down goes Electrode, and that was a good game. Aw, darn. So now let me see. I will still use Yu-Gi-Oh! And I picked up an escape rope. And let's see where I am. Oh, I'm back in this place. I guess I will step on this floor panel with the arrows on it. And time to decide on a portal. I guess I'll use this one. Looks like I ended up in the same place. So I would choose the other portal. This one. And this takes me down here. Oh, this is where I first started. So I will take the bottom portal. So with this, since you don't know where you're going, it's just best to use trial and error. If one portal doesn't work, just try one you haven't stepped on yet. Now this is confusing, looks like it came from all of these portals. So I'll take the top one again, and that takes me back here. This is gonna confuse the hell out of you. So it's best to be patient. Okay, pardon the interruption again of the slowing down problem that never seems to go away, but in any event, I'm in this new room. I'm going to pick up TM1 Dynamic Punch, and that's a powerful attack, a fighting type attack, but it misses a lot because it only has 50% accuracy. So let me try this portal, and it takes me to a narrow hallway with a lot of arrows. I'll take this next portal, and it leads me to another room with a Saturn Grunt. So I'm gonna battle him. He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man. Let's go. I have no idea what you just said, but let's battle. And he sends out his Azumarill. I'm gonna go out into Ben Yu-Gi-Oh! And go for a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does a lot of damage to anything that doesn't resist, and it seemed to be right there because Azumarill took 50% from that Shadow Ball, and another Shadow Ball will KO Azumarill. Maybe not. Probably got min damage there, and Azumarill gets off a second rollout. So here comes a third Shadow Ball, and I'll definitely finish off Azumarill. And here comes a Houndoom. Dark types are super effective against ghosts. I'm gonna switch out. And I will go out into D21 since Houndoom is part fire. Gotta give D21 some attention. So D21 goes for a super effective and stab Surf, and that's going to almost one-hit KO Houndoom. And D21 is going to take that flamethrower very nicely. Since my D21 is the tank of demise. So here comes Grunt's Hyper Potion, as expected. And here comes another giant wave. crashing down on Houndoom, and that did even less damage than the previous surf. Must have got min damage there. So I will finish off Houndoom with a waterfall. And what do you know, I got a crit there that I didn't need. So here comes Magneton. I'll just stay in. Don't really feel like switching out right now. Even though D21 is weak against electric attacks. D21 should be fine though, since it's bulky. So Magneton didn't go for electric attack, surprisingly. He went for Tri-Attack, which is a specially based normal type move that has a chance of burning, freezing, or paralyzing its opponent, which I'm so glad none of those status ailments happened. They didn't occur, so that makes me happy. Okay, so got Flygon upcoming. D21 should be just fine taking out this Flygon since it does have Icy Wind. Okay, I've chosen Icy Wind, and I'm surprised I actually went first. Maybe Flygon is about to use a low priority move. Let's see. Sandstorm? I don't know if that always goes last, not sure, but in any event, a Sandstorm is raging in the battle now, which means my D21 will take some Sandstorm damage, but not to worry, it does have lefties to recover that damage. So another Icy Wind will finish off this Flygon. Nearly leveled up from that. My confidence has left me on my own. So I don't feel sorry for you. I'm gonna pick up this item, HP up. So that will actually do it for today. Next time I'll decide which portal to take. But for now, thank you all for watching. Comment, like, sub. See you guys next time.